All right, welcome back. We are here for the Division 1 race of round 3 at Brands Hatch. I'm joined by my co-commentator, B.Rhymes.
So, hey, how's it going?
Good. How do you feel about our Division 1 drivers for the upcoming feature race?
Well, you know, after all of the action that we saw in Division 2, I'm very curious to see how things are going to play out in Division 1. You know, these are the upperclassmen drivers, so things might be a little more clean and collected, but you never know with cars like this on a track like this.
Yeah, and for the most part, the actual feature race, I think most of the racing on track was very clean. I think most of the incidents that happened were really like individual cars spinning out and stuff. I don't think we saw on track, aside from track hit and Ollie Bolly, an actual incident while we were spectating. So the sprint though was a different story.
Yes. Interested to see how Verguld does this week. And keeping an eye on Willy. It's been an interesting season for him, our defending champion.
Yep, and Dutra will be joining us this race after missing out the first couple of weeks. So Team Sauber will have their full strength Division 1 team.
Yeah, after a bit of a rough start for the team, this could be a chance for them to start turning things around. You know, it's going to be hard for them to climb the team ladder at this point, but, you know, you never know with racing, so.
Yeah, I mean, it could be something as simple, just one really good result. Like, I think they currently have 33 points, and the midfield battle right now is somewhere in the line of 70 to 80 points. So they are a little bit behind, but you know, a race win is like 25 points by itself. So if Dutra can come out with a win, that's just a huge boost, and could put them into the battle easily in 2 races. So a lot can change.
Yep. Also interested to see, you know, we have some reserve drivers in, and been hearing some things about Dummy and Arya being incredibly quick. So interested to see how those two perform in the race today.
Right. So Dummy will be subbing in for Minardis, and then Arya will be subbing in for Ligier. And we'll see how their pace will compare to our veterans here, like Dutra, Willy, and Ryder, and Taco Colazo as well. I think a lot of people often, when they join LRC, are kind of like, sometimes I feel like I get the sense that they underestimate like the level of drivers we have here. Because our league sometimes doesn't feel as competitive or as hardcore as others. And, you know, it being branded as like a learning league, I think people come here with a different perception of the level of racing that happens.
Yeah.
So it's funny when some egotistical person comes in with a big head and they all of a sudden see drivers like Willy and Dutra and they're like, oh my god, like they're insane. And then they get humbled very quickly.
Yeah. Well, we're about to find out. 30 seconds to qualifying.
Any predictions for qualifying?
You know, I think we'll see Ryder up there. We're going to see Willy up there. I think Dutra has something to prove. I think he's going to be pushing real hard, so we might see him on pole. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, Dutra has a crazy ability to do extremely fast one laps around a track. So if Dutra can get a clean lap in, I think he will. My prediction is he'll take pole position.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Qualifying is underway. We'll join the drivers on the track in 1 second. Yeah, my prediction will be, I think it's going to be like Dutra, Stolls, and then, I don't know, Willy. Maybe Dummy and Arya in the top 5 somewhere.
Yeah, sounds like a pretty safe bet.
So Willy leads our out lap. We'll be looking to make the first hot lap of the qualifying session for Division 1.
So we're going to be looking for around a 1 minute 4 second lap. We'll see how close people get on these first couple of push laps. Willy's hungry for it. I think that's why he jumped out there so quick. Notice that Stolls stayed in the pits a little longer to give himself some space and clean air to put his laps in.
Willy on the absolute limit on that last turn there. So Willy sets a 1:04.3, the fastest time by a margin so far. I think Stolls is somewhere still doing a hot lap. Same with Dutra. So Dutra is just starting his hot lap. And Stolls jumped back into the pits. So
interesting. Oh, Dutra off. Dummy, one of our reserves, up in third right now. That's pretty good opening. So Ryder with a 104.9. That's going to be the closest time to Willy's at this point. Dummy improving his time, but not his position. Still in third. Verguld looking pretty settled. Oh, but bails out.
You see the meter board, like break zone meter board, just knocked out there. There's another one over there on the side of the grass. Pretty funny to see. Sometimes that can be pretty detrimental to like someone's race, because if you overly depend on like the brake markers and they get knocked out, you're like have no reference.
Yeah, I tend to try to find something that isn't going to get moved around to brake on, but that's not always available. It's like Arya had some trouble, some damage there as well. Harmzuay jumped up to second, pushing Ryder into third.
It's a mega lap by Harmzuay, a 104.7.
104.2. Dutra takes provisional pole. Let's see if Willy has an answer for that. Love it. Every week the footwork Mugen guys have a new livery. This one's looking good. Got the British flag colors this week. Dummy off in the grass. Seeing a little bit of roughness from our reserve drivers. But that's how it is when you're just jumping in last minute. I think they'll probably still impress us.
Yeah, especially with this car. This car being extremely difficult to drive as it is. Take a look further down the grid. Arya is currently sitting in 10th place. Willy in 11th. Or sorry, not Willy. Little Jacob. Only by 8 thousandths of a second. LittleGoron driving for Benetton this week. And Stolls still has yet to put a lap down, so Stolls struggling to...
Oh.
Yeah.
Definitely running out of time here to get that lap in. No damage, so he's just going to push on, but it's going to have to do something pretty good, I think, on this lap or next.
Yeah, at this point, he just needs to focus on putting a decent banker lap and get himself up into the top half of the grid. And that turn 5 is absolutely insane. Like all the downforce that the car has, you just got to send it through there.
Yeah, if you get it just right, you can really slide the car through that turn with a lot of speed coming into those back couple of corners.
All right, I think Stolls has gotten a good one here. Yep,
up
jumps
to
to third place.
So far it's looking about what you predicted. Dutra, Willy, and Stolls out front. Harmzuay doing a great job as well in fourth. Let's see what Stolls can do here.
A rider jumps up into fourth.
Dutra dropping into a 103.9, so that is pretty quick. Stolls using all the track available. Adz has been struggling a little bit this season, but still putting in pretty solid performances. Let's see if he can get himself a little bit further up the field before quali's over.
Yeah, Backmark, if you want to jump in right after quali's over, that's fine. Oh, so Willy, yeah, taking the provisional pole position. 103.7.
Wow.
Dutra is done, so Stolls is not able to compete. He's got damage on that front spoiler. Rider is done. Harmzuay is done as well. I think Willy has clinched the pole position for round 3. I had thought Dutra was going to take it, but Willy came out on top with a 103.7.
Well,
Very
I
impressive.
think you can see it when, as soon as Willy hit the track today, you could see his intensity, I think. And he, proved it.
Yeah, I think the results of having the results be not him winning the races like he has been every season so far, I think he has decided he wanted to step it up today. I think that is it for our qualifying session. So let's take a look here. Willy takes pole position. Dutra in second. Stolls starting in third. Rider with a good 4th place start position. Harmzuay will be starting in 5th place. Dummy in 6th. Verguld 7th. Arya in 8th. Anthony Colazo will be starting 9th. Adz Xcession in 10th. Adz in 11th. Goron in 12th. We'll have Little Jacob and SirHames in the final positions of the grid.
Well, we are set up, I think, for a pretty good battle.
Yep. Hey, Backmarker. How's it going?
Oh,
How was your race?
Good. Slightly uneventful, surprisingly.
Yeah, we saw you taking mostly like medium compound tires and a hard compound tire at the stint. Any reason why you chose those over softs?
Well, I was going to go soft at the end. Maybe not what Riley was going to do and do 5 softs, but I took the hards once I knew him. When he was too far out of the way, I just brought it home on hards. There was a big enough gap.
Yeah, that makes sense. Other than not being very eventful, were there any eventful parts or any hairy parts?
The sprint, I was a little surprised. I didn't expect to be so far up front in lap 1.
There were a few of you that started near the back that jumped up pretty quick to the front there. I think you see that a lot in sprints, and it was fun to see a lot of action in that sprint race.
Yeah, I think the group's pretty interesting because you have guys who can qualify really well and then people who race really well. like Dino, for example. He tends to do a lot better in the race.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling about your first season in the league?
I love these kind of cars, so it's fun. I look forward to Tuesday nights. I'm kind of the reverse of you, Wonka. I'm not phenomenal when it has a roof.
I think that's me. I think Wonka loves these cars.
Yeah, B.Rhymes is the one who doesn't like the open wheelers.
Oh, B.Rhymes. Oh, so I'm still getting used to people's voice. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I love all cars. Like I love racing open wheelers. I love racing low downforce cars, production cars, you name it, karts.
Oh, that's right. You have a kart IRL.
Yeah, if I can race in it, I will enjoy it.
That's fun. But no, it's. I was a little surprised. I wasn't. I did some practice with it being cloudy, but it felt a lot more like cold in the race. I was not expecting it to be that drastic.
Yeah, we were talking about that during the sprint race. It seemed like a lot of people were like sliding off track and stuff, and the mediums like seemed to be not being didn't deplete as quickly as everyone thought they would.
No.
Yeah.
I was like full off brakes and throttle through corners in the sprint. Just finished that.
Yep. All right. Any words of advice to any potential D1 drivers that are listening in the stream right now?
Man, dirty airs. Obviously, it's a hassle in these.
Yep.
So I know it kind of goes against racing, but it's okay to lift sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
It saved me. Riley was doing some cheeky passes when I'd overlap him when he did his softs, and make sure we didn't plow into each other. Do a little 5% lift, make it through the corner, and live to race another day.
Yeah, it seems
I
like
think that kind of.
Oh, good, B.Rhymes.
I think that kind of prudence, that comes to you, with experience to know when to just lift a little bit and let the car have a little break instead of trying to push hard every moment there and kind of time your passes and look for your openings.
And when you're tuning, make sure it turns.
So I saw in the chat that you race with you're using a shifter and clutch.
Yeah, when I think it was Riley ran into me in the sprint, it's because I missed my shift.
Okay.
But luckily that didn't happen in the race. But I mean, I think IRL they were no clutch up, and then you could clutch down if you weren't like perfect with your revs. But I figure if I'm going to be in VR, I might as well go with the realism.
Awesome.
All right, so one final question. So before, we don't know the current standings, obviously, for after the Div 2 races, but you're standing in 4th place in the driver standings for Division 2. Realistically, like what's your goal for the season? Is it to be the winner? Do you think you can challenge Riley for the win? The top 3? Like, what are your expectations for the season?
I think at the pace at the moment, unless he bends it or somebody punts him, it's going to be tough. But my goal is to win Monza and Laguna.
All right, you heard it.
All right.
Thank you, Backmarker, for hopping in and chatting with us. Thanks again for the race.
That's high in their life.
All right, take care. Yeah. Okay, so we've got, let's take a quick look at our grid. The grid isn't set yet, so I think Dinosaur is currently resetting their grid as we speak. We have 54 laps around Brands Hatch. Taking a look at the event settings here, I don't think they'll change again, but we got mostly cloudy weather a little bit of sun towards the middle of the race, but I think the track temperature might be colder than what people expected again.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if any of the D1 drivers are caught out by the cool conditions on the track, just like they were in D2. I think we're going to see some of the same tire strategies this time. I think the softs and the mediums are going to be the way to go here as well. Although, you know, the hards didn't hurt a few people. So maybe a couple of longer stints in there. This is a longer race, so maybe the hards will come more into play here.
Yeah. I think for Division 2, it's important to simply just have a clean and consistent race. And I think that will put you in the top 5 easily. And so I think the difference in strategy is not as important as it is for Division 1. Division 1, it's like you have to have a good, consistent race, but also a fast race to be in the top 5. And so I think in this race, I think the only people that will realistically go on hards are the ones that are going to be for the midfield positions. I don't think any of the top 5 are realistically going to go hards and compete for those positions.
I expect us to see at least all the way down to 5th, everybody coming out on softs, I think, here out of the gate. But we will see.
SirHames got ice in his veins, cold like coal. Conditions won't phase him. All right. We got the SirHames fan club and chat right now popping off.
And our weekly here for ads.
Yep.
Support. We're all here for ads.
So SirHames has been having a pretty good season overall. So SirHames finished 2nd in the feature race around the Interlagos race. And then it was 9th in the sprint race last week, and then finished 5th in the feature race. All right. As I say that, we're going to jump into the race here. Wait, something is really strange here. It says SirHames is in first place, but I think that's like a bug or something. Yeah. So Willy gets a good start. It looks like there's some contact there between Stolls and Willy.
Mess.
Oh my goodness.
My.
We got to catch that on replay. That was there's clearly a safety car procedure here, if not a restart. But let's take a look at what happened there. That was a crazy start. The Stolls gets a good launch. Dutra, he gets sandwiched between Dutra and Willy there.
Willy got a pretty bad start.
Oh my goodness. That was just... Let's play that one over again. Yeah, a lot of backing up, and then a lot of tons of cars colliding. Let's see here. So Palazzo picked up damage on the front wing. Dummy picked up damage on the rear wing, and then surprisingly. So Adz picked up damage, and that's it though. So, looks like we were gonna be doing a restart. The race was canceled, or not canceled, but we got a red flag, so we'll be restarting the start of the race. I think that's a good decision.
Pretty surprising start there. I think what we saw was it looked like several drivers just got a bad start off the line. You could see a few of them in the top, I want to say 6 or 7, didn't have a real great start, and that just bred chaos pretty immediately as people tried to take advantage of that.
Yeah. I think what happened between Willy, Dutra, and Stolls was an incident too. It was just an unfortunate situation where Stolls got caught between Willy and Dutra, and they were both kind of converging in on him. And I don't think either of them saw that Stolls actually was between them. So yeah, I'm glad we're getting a restart here. I wonder if I can save that replay though. Yeah, I think I need to save it just for Steward's sake. Stuff later on.
Mm-hmm.
But the nice thing about the restarts is that like everything is kind of just reset, which is kind of nice. It's like no, VA Eater, I think everything just starts back from what it was from qualifying.
All right, 30 seconds and we'll give it another go.
Yep.
I have to say, not actually what I expected out of the D1 racers, but
yeah. I know it's one of those things where, again, I think it was a racing incident, and that can happen in any level of racing, no matter how advanced or clean or whatnot. So unfortunate situations can happen, and I'm just glad that we have the chance to restart the race. So we'll be looking forward to seeing this restart again.
Ollie Bolly in the chat. Still no safety car.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. It's true.
Yeah, I'm often surprised watching races, how chaotic it can get. All of the practice and time people put into getting ready for those real life races, and it can all be gone in the first minute of the race.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. All right, let's join our grid. There we go. It looks like we don't have that weird bug where SirHames was, for some reason, in the first car. All right, the lights are out and action starts now. Willy gets a little bit of wheel spin off the line. Dutra will take the lead, but Willy has the inside, but it's not enough for Willy to keep the position. Stolls maintains 3rd place. Ryder in 4th, Harmzuay 5th. Dummy on the outside of Arya there, who picked up a position in the grid. Dummy maintains. Arya looking for that dive into the inside of Dummy, but isn't able to keep the position. Anthony Colazzo in 8th, Xcession 9th. Looks like we got a clean start for everyone this time around.
Yeah, much cleaner off the start this time. Everybody is coming through into the back, looking nice and tidy. Dutra already gapping Willy a little bit, so we'll see how that plays out over the rest of the first couple of laps here. Stolls putting the pressure on Willy, not wasting any time. Willy going a little wide there.
Stolls going side by side. Willy down into the last turn, and is he able to keep it? Oh, yes, he does. Great pass by Willy. Stolls. Sorry, excuse me.
See if Willy can put the pressure back on Stolls, keep this going.
Surprisingly, Willy is on the hard tires, so Stolls on the soft, Dutra on the mediums.
Interesting.
Willy on the hards.
So our top 3 each taking a different strategy at the start of the race. That's going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that was a mistake or if Willy was anticipating having a strategy where you could potentially try to keep everyone behind him with a set of hard tires on. of course, he was going to lose a couple positions at the beginning of the race just due to the tires not being warm right away, or getting them up to temperature like you can with the softs really quickly. And as you see there, he loses another position to Ryder.
And Dummy closing in fast, also on the mediums. So, yeah, very curious if Willy meant to come out on the hards here.
Chat was saying SirHames in first was just foreshadowing. if SirHames wins first in this race, I would love that. That would be amazing. So it looks like little Jacob must have an incident somewhere and is going to pit in for some repairs.
Willy so far keeping ahead of Dummy, but we'll see how long that lasts. First time seeing a Dummy race in the league. A lot of Minardis supporters in the chat.
Oh, a little squirrely there from Dummy coming out of the final corner.
Seems like Willy has calmed things down a little bit. Maybe starting to settle into a rhythm.
Yeah, I think his tire temperatures are his tires are finally up to temperature. It was those first like 3 laps where he was unable to fight much against Stolls or Dutra.
I think that also explains why he had that tire spin off the line.
Yeah.
That for the most part, the pack is staying pretty bunched up in these early laps, so really anything can happen still. No one's really running away with it yet, although Dutra is doing his best out there in front.
Yeah, and I'd say this is pretty expected in terms of the way this race is going to be. It's going to be extremely difficult to get close to the cars in front and stay close through, especially turns 5 and 6 and 7. These high speed, fast right-handers that require a lot of downforce to keep your car gripped through the corner. You don't have any of that when you're following a car on track. It looks like there's a spin out here. LittleGoron there spinning out before hitting turn 8 in a battle against Anthony Colazo and Verguld here. Yeah, just gets in the grass.
Too much grass.
Doesn't pick up any damage though, so that's really good. Oh, so Sharky Mark, the person in first is actually Dutra, who's not that far ahead of Stolls. He's only 2 seconds. I think that is, yeah, it's little Jacob there. I hope he doesn't, yeah, there you go.
Rough day for little Jacob. Yeah, Dutra not running away with it yet, but 2.2 seconds isn't nothing. And if he can keep this pace up, he's going to be hard to catch. but Stolls is closing in a little bit. But never count him out, given how he's been performing this season.
Yeah, I think this is interesting, though, because this is going to be the first time I think Stolls is going to actually have a real challenger for that first place position in this race. Seeing that Stolls is behind Dutra, but they are on different strategy, or different, yeah, they're on different strategies. So Dutra is able to maintain the lead on mediums, and Stolls is on softs. So Dutra supposedly has a disadvantage, and Stolls going off track there. I like the Maelstrom logo behind the rider's spoiler there. Subtle call out to his former team in previous seasons of the league. So we got a Lotus 2-3. I wonder if they will. Oh, as I say that, sorry, Stolls is now in 7th place. Probably took a pit stop. Yep. I mean, Willy could very much be, contending for the win of this race as well, because he's on hards and still doing a really good job with those hards. He's only an 8-second deficit from Dutra's lead at the moment.
Yeah, after a shaky start, I think he's got the car under him, and if he can just keep up a good pace, really make good use of those tires. Willy's pretty good with strategy, so I'm sure he knows what he's going to do in his head, and he just needs to execute.
Yeah.
He's now back up to 2nd.
V8 Eater, it's always rough when you can't make a race and you would have been on pace to do well.
So Dutra will have to. Dutra's on the mediums, so he has a few more laps to go for his first pit. Define, we've actually already seen several cars pit. Guys on softs have come in, and Little Jacob, who took some damage from some incidents, came in to take some fresh tires and get his car fixed up. But we have already seen several cars through the pits.
Yeah, so Ryder has taken a fresh set of soft tires, as Stolls, both of them on the same strategy. Both started with softs as well. So both of them have made one pit stop. Dutra has not made any pit stops yet. He's currently on the medium tires. Willy on the hard tires. Dummy on the medium tires like Dutra. And then Harmzuay also on the medium tires.
So Willy doing great to keep those hards working for him. We should start seeing these medium runners in the front group coming in around 15 to 17 laps. Oh,
Dummy must have made a mistake, and he's picked up damage too, and then struggling to get back on track due to those dirty tires.
Tough break.
Arya rejoining the track in 13th place. Ryder looking to get by as he catches Harmzuay into turn 2.
Harmzuay is another racer who's been putting in some pretty solid performances so far this season. Staying a little under the radar, just putting in the good work. getting it done.
Ryder there having to back off quite a bit going into turn 5. Just the nature of having to deal with that aerowash. He's got a good acceleration coming out of turn 8. I think he'll be able to do a little bit here.
Yes, Sharky, that is what I would say. As you can see right here, the way he's holding off Ryder, doing good work.
Yeah, so
Just
Harmzuay
putting the car exactly where it needs to be.
Oh, he makes a little bit of a mistake there, and then Ryder able to get by, and then if Stolls is just close behind too. Stolls will be looking to make the pass as well. The Lotus boys will be looking to make a double podium today. Have to make their way around Harmzuay though to do that.
Yeah, I think with the speed these cars have and the twitchiness, you know, that's kind of what you're looking for a lot here, is just for the guy you're chasing to make just that little error that allows you to slip by.
Yeah. Stolls getting ever closer to Harmzuay, his former teammate from season 2.
Little wide.
Oh my goodness.
But Stolls makes it stick up into 4th. Harmzuay backing off a little bit. Starting to get to the end of the life on those mediums. Another couple of laps here. Should start seeing those medium runners coming in.
So it's good to see Verguld out on track after having some technical issues the past couple of races, preventing him from racing in the first 2 rounds.
Unfortunately, Dummy's problems have dropped him back to 11th, SirHames in 12th, so this race going a little rough for Minardis so far.
Yeah, I think Dummy, though, still in a pretty decent position. I think Dummy just pit, so I think Goron still has yet to... I think Goron maybe has made a pit stop. It's kind of hard to tell. Xcession definitely has not. Andy Colazzo currently in the pits, coming back out in 8th position ahead of Xcession. Adz as well has potentially already made a pit stop, is in 7th place.
And he's made up some positions now, so that's good. See, LittleGoron keep the pressure on Xcession here.
Yeah, Xcession on significantly older tires. Let's see if Goron can make the
Dutra
pass.
in. So our leader is taking his first pit stop.
And as we say that, Willy takes the effective lead for now.
I would assume they are on top of each other at the moment.
So LittleGoron now under attack from Dummy, who was previously under attack by SirHames, but SirHames struggling to keep the car on track. Dummy, though, goes to the inside of LittleGoron as they approach turn 1. Goron has to back out on the outside line. And now Dummy will charge down Xcession.
Yep, that's about what I expected to see. So Dutra on fresh mediums, Willy on those hards. He's definitely going to have to put the work in to keep Dutra behind him. And I guess the question really is how much of a fight does Willy want to put up? Or does he want to stick to his plan, maybe let Dutra through, see how things shake out a few pit stops from now?
I mean, Willy's going to go extremely defensive, and pretty much any turn that's going to be a potential passing zone. I think maybe Willy's strategy is to entice the drivers behind him to try to make an unclean pass and kind of bait the penalty since he knows that the penalties are so strict here. It's certainly a strategy, but I don't know if that's a viable one. Dutra there almost losing control of the car.
So Willy really doing a great job regaining the lead. I'm sure just that little bit of breathing room is probably nice for him, even though he's probably aware that it's not going to be long before Dutra's back on him. Define, I would expect a 3-stop at least to happen here. It depends really on the strategy. You know, racers could go from soft to soft to soft for a while. The pit window is so small here that you lose very little time going into the pits.
Dutra with a really nice pass on the outside of turn 4. Take the lead from Willy. Catch a replay of that. Yeah, very nice there by Dutra.
So Dutra on his second set of mediums.
So Ryder being able to get past Harmzuay is now behind Harmzuay once more after a round of pit stops. Harmzuay now in 3rd place, but with an older set of soft tires. We might even see 5-stop strategies with all the soft tires we're seeing. And this, I guess, could be the disadvantage of using so many soft tires and trying to win out straight on paces. You might get stuck behind someone who's on an alternate strategy. So Ryder here getting stuck behind Harmzuay is not doing their race any favors.
I think that was SirHames off into the grass. Something happening with Ryder there.
I think we have a safety car. So Willy dived into the pits to get a new set of tires. Dutra ended up with a 3-second penalty somehow.
That must be, well, is he Arya also with a 3-second penalty?
Yeah, there must have been an incident somewhere. Verguld beat Adz out, coming out of the safety, or sorry, out of the pit exit.
So this is going to be interesting because it's going to... So in this situation, we're under VSC. Dutra has a 3-second penalty. Is he going to lose that position? Or...
He will. So in VSC, essentially you serve the penalty and then you just rejoin the line wherever you end up. So that's going to be probably not super catastrophic to him, I think, because he's already going pretty slow, so it's going to go out pretty quickly. But Yeah, I'm interested to see where Dutra ends up here.
And so Willy dove into the pits. What is he on now?
He's on mediums.
Okay. And that's going to give him the lead. So great for Willy.
So Dutra just maintains second position, it looks like. Yeah, so not much of a difference because like they're going so slow anyway that like the 3-second penalty is going to count down pretty quickly.
Like we're going to have one more lap under safety at least here.
Yeah, we might get lapped cars or something to go through. We'll see if they decide to do that.
Yeah, I was going to ask if in the league the cars down a lap get a wave through. Going to be interesting to see how things shake out after this. You know, the old saying that safety cars breed safety cars.
Yeah, there you go.
Looks
So
like they are
SirHames,
letting the lap cars through. Oh, a little contact.
Yeah, let's not have another incident during the safety car.
Let's at least wait till we get back to green. Very curious to know what precipitated this safety car. Guess we'll have to check the replays afterwards. So this is a big moment for Willy. Kind of reset the whole race for him. He got about 18 laps on those hards. He's got a set of fresh mediums. He's got Dutra, slightly more used mediums. I mean, I think it's going to be Ryder right there in third. I think it's going to Stolls in fourth. So it's just how we started. I think it's going to be pretty crazy when we go to green again. If we're going to green this time or one more. We are. Willy is really backing him up. All right, I think we're doing one more lap.
Yeah, I think they gotta wait until the
right. Yep.
The lapped cars catch back up to the safety car.
Yep.
Which is always like a nice thing. Like it's nice if you've made a ton of mistakes or made just one bad mistake, like you can get back into the race after a safety car. I think that's quite nice.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity really for everybody to, you know, reset things, clear your head, get some fresh tires, catch up to the pack, and give it another go.
So this is interesting. So Ryder has soft tires, but they're slightly worn, and then Stolls has a fresher set of mediums. I wonder if they're gonna do any sort of team, like, you know, strategizing somehow to like get the best pace out of either car.
Guess that Harmzuay is going to go on the attack as quickly as possible to try to make any passes on those two as soon as he can.
Most of the other, so Verguld and Colazzo are on mediums. Adz has a fresh set of soft tires, so this is a good opportunity for Adz as well, who started lower down the grid at the beginning of the race. Now has a chance to potentially get like, you know, 6 or 7. Goron as well, so Goron's a new set of mediums in 9th place. All right, we'll ride on board with Dutra for the restart. And there he goes. Willy gets the jump on Dutra, actually. And the cold tires there making Dutra slide on the exit of the last turn. Desperately trying to warm those tires up. Oh, and he Oh my god, somehow keeps it on track there. I don't know how. That was crazy.
It's opening the door up for Ryder a little bit. This is going to turn out great for Willy if Dutra slips back into Ryder's clutches.
Also, Adz was able to get the jump on Xcession there on the restart. So Adz jumps up into 7th place.
Looks like Dutra has things stabilized. Willy with a little bit of a gap, but I'm sure that is going to close down. Although Dutra a little off into the grass again there. Some battling going on.
there having a slight issue there, and Adz there jumping up into 6th place from 8th, and then Xcession also going alongside Anthony Colazzo in the last turn there, keeps it stuck on the outside. And now Colazzo has Verguld to deal with going into turn 1. Anthony Colazzo taking the defensive line. Arya wants a piece of the action as well. A lot of battling happening at the back of the pack. Seems all is pretty clean though. No incidents, no damage.
LittleGoron getting the worst of it, it seems like, dropping back to 13th.
Yep. Ooh, Arya there with a rare pass going into turn 7 at 6 I think. Can't keep it. Oh, goes.
Oh,
makes the pass. Oh, and Verguld though goes in the grass. And Dummy there braking hard and ghosting through Verguld. Well, let's see what happened to Dummy there. I think maybe Dummy just wanted to avoid getting damage.
Looks
yeah,
like
there you go.
We got into Verguld a little bit there, though.
Yeah. Great awareness by Dummy there.
Willy out front, capitalizing on those fresh mediums. This is probably what he would have wanted at the beginning of the race, but better late than never. As we come up towards the halfway point. Dutra, spins in the background there.
Oh no. And it's picked up damage too. Dutra was having such a good race up until this point.
I think we've all done that one.
Looks like Team Sauber is still under that curse.
Well, it's not over yet. Let's see. I think we'll see Dutra cut through at least some of the pack, although there are just so many quick racers in Division 1 this season.
Yeah.
That mistakes like that really add up quickly.
Yeah, Division 1 every season gets just more stacked and more stacked. It's crazy.
But that's great for Willy. That has, helped extend his lead. So he's got to be feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, I think it's both kind of like good and bad for Willy in a little bit of different ways, because I think he would have been happy for Sauber to take those points away from Stolls and Ryder if Dutra ended up getting 2nd place. But now with Ryder just pitting, but in essentially a net 2nd, and Stolls right now in current 2nd place, I think Lotus is still going to make some really good points here. Although Xcession is in 5th place, so the other McLaren is doing pretty well still in this race so far.
I think we'll be seeing him pit soon here, though. It's been, you know, a little surprising how rough this track has been for a lot of the field. Seems like the cooler track temperatures have really been catching people out all day.
Oh, SirHames there goes flying past Dummy. And immediately giving him a chance to take that position back almost. Although both of them are teammates, so they don't want to fight too hard.
Session diving off into the pits, but some intense battling going on here with Ryder and Arya. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out as they come down into turn 1. See if Arya can bring it back in turn 2 here through Druids.
Yeah, it's tough for
Ryder
Arya
makes it
there on the outside of turn 1, getting a lot of understeer from the off-camber turn. And Ryder just being on fresh softs, there's not much he can do about it.
So Xcession was in 5th before his pit stop. He's in 9th now, but he's on those fresh tires. So we will see what he's able to do with that.
Oh, we have a... Oh no, Harmzuay! Oh no!
That is tough. He's put in a really great performance.
He doesn't have any damage though, and is able to join safely. That's rough for Harmzuay. He's having such a good race. So Adz jumps into the pits, takes a set of medium tires, and will rejoin, I think, in 5th place still. Oh, and he makes a mistake coming out of the ends of the pits, and that allows Goron and Anthony Colazo to take the position, and potentially Xcession going deep into turn 2. Adz desperately trying to get those tires warmed up. And now Dutra is trying to get back in the end on the action.
So Dutra up to 9th. I'm not sure what position he had dropped back to after that incident. I want to say 10th or 11th. So making moves, but really just, you know, with this field, it's not that easy. Looks like Adz getting a little help from Dutra there.
Yeah, getting a little bump draft. Funny to see it in these cars.
Shouldn't be possible, but
yeah.
All right, we're a little over halfway through. Dummy having a little trouble, letting Harmzuay through, start pushing back towards the front again after his unfortunate incident a couple of laps back. We'll see what he's able to pull off with the remainder of the race. 25 laps to go. Adz getting some space to Dutra. Keeping the pressure on Xcession. Things seem to have settled down a little bit from the safety car. Everybody's settling into a rhythm, banking the laps, trying to keep things moving ahead, looking for those openings. Overall, Adz putting in a pretty good performance today. Even with that slip up, still made up some positions in the race and looking pretty good. So Willy with 15 seconds now to the rest of the field. It's a pretty comfortable lead, especially when you think about a 10-second pit stop being the norm here. That should allow him to keep his lead after he gets rid of those mediums.
Yeah, so it seems like Willy has maybe figured out something with these medium tires and outpacing the softs over the long run. We see Ryder and Stolls taking the soft tires and pitting, you know, like every 6 laps or so. But Willy is elected to just take the mediums and go further in his stints.
Well, you know, I think we're seeing, you know, earlier, I don't remember who it was in the chat, but, you know, once you kind of get that, you know, front section done with the tires and you start to wear them down a little bit, it's, you know, you're losing more time staying on them. And so I think using those mediums is helping Willy out because he's getting that little bit extra time out of the tires.
Yeah, I also feel like maybe the shortfall of like the soft stint or the soft tire strategy is maybe that because you're just pitting all the time, you're finding yourself in traffic more often. Yeah. And that might be offsetting the advantage of the tires in the race relative to the mediums. Like Willy is just out front and doesn't have to deal with much traffic, but Stolls and Ryder had to deal with quite a bit of traffic once they pit. Even in their last pit stop, Ryder had to climb through the field a little bit, as did Stolls. I would love to have like a live odds, live betting overlay in OBS for this. It'd be amazing. So Ryder in the pits, Arya in the pits. I think Ryder will come out back in 3rd place. A very short pit stop. Yeah, so Ryder is already out of the pits, back into 3rd place.
Still on the softs.
Yep. And I think Dummy had a disconnect. So that's actually a huge hit for Minardis, unfortunately. And that's only going to extend Lotus's lead if the results end up with a 2-3 for Lotus.
Right. You know, they don't need to win this race. They can just hold these positions and, you know, keep their eyes on the championship.
Yeah, if they can consistently podium with both cars, they'll have it easily in the bag. But Xcession is in 5th place. Let's take a look at his tires. So he is going to have to make a pit stop soon, but Goron's going to have to make a pit stop as well. And I think Xcession will be able to take that position. So Xcession will be in the top 5, I think. Well, maybe not. Adz, they're coming under, coming to attack.
Xcession staying on the defensive. We'll see if Adz can force an error.
Yeah, and Xcession's tires are worn pretty badly, so I think Adz should be able to make this work.
So Harmzuay up to 8th after dropping back to 11th after his incident.
So SirHames is in 7th. I didn't realize that SirHames has climbed up the field.
Let's hear it in the chat for SirHames.
Certainly not out of this race yet. LittleGoron fighting with Anthony Colazzo. LittleGoron has tires that are slightly newer. Anthony Colazzo not able to get that overlap into turn 1. Goron able to keep the position. There's a car there that went off into turn 1. I think it was one of the Ligues.
It was little Jacob, who seems to be struggling this race.
Yeah.
Verguld, though a lap down, has been sticking with Willy this whole time. So Willy's lead, did Willy pit? Or did Willy have an incident? Because his gap to Stolls has dropped significantly.
He did not pit, so that's very interesting. I think maybe his tires are just getting really worn down and he's just losing quite a bit of time. Yeah, like if you look at his lap times, just like a 107, 107, 109.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's just those tires are really...
Well, that's unfortunate because he had the space to make a pit stop and keep the lead, but this is going to, in the least, drop Stolls right on top of him when he comes out.
Yeah, yeah. You can hear Stolls' car behind pretty closely. So Willy will go in for the pit. Go into the pits.
Oh!
Verguld there getting a little involved between them. I hope none of them got any damage. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe Willy was going deep to take another hard or medium to go to the end of the race. Certainly won't be able to take this medium to all the way to the end of the race, I don't think.
No, he's gonna have to at least one more pit.
So Willy has his work cut out for him. He's now behind Ryder and Stolls, but both of them would likely have to pit in a few laps time.
So 9 seconds to Stolls. Yep. So that's just showing out about a 10-second pit stop. So if Stolls can use what tires he's got left to pull out some time to Willy, that should help him. Oh, Willy getting a little wild. I think he's getting a little aggressive.
All right, so Stolls is in the pits. We'll see where Stolls comes out. This is going to be a very interesting race from here on out.
Here he comes.
All right, so Willy does make it past Stolls quite comfortably, actually. But Stolls will have a soft tire compound advantage over Willy.
But as we've seen, Willy is really good at defense, so even if Stolls does close up on him, Willy is going to try to make him waste those tires.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be pretty challenging for Stolls to get by. Although he was able to do it already, so You can do it once, you can definitely do it twice.
SirHames up to 6, Harmzuay up to 7, so those guys are battling back to the fields. Adz in 5th, that's great to see.
Adz in 5th, Arya in 4th. All of them with pretty worn down tires, Harmzuay as well. So Goron in a pretty good position actually, because Goron has a new set of mediums. This is an interesting battle. Like it's still hard to tell who has it has the advantage because the strategies still haven't converged yet. So we're really not gonna know until like 5 laps to the end of the race. Adz kind of out on his own there in 5th place.
Really, at this point, I think that's where you want to be.
Yeah, I know.
How much battling we have going on around the track.
For sure.
This mid-pack just so all over each other. So Xcession definitely wanting to make some positions up to help the McLaren team out.
Oh no!
Oh,
no!
Oh no! That looked bad.
Xcession though with no damage. Harmzuay unfortunately has damage on that rear spoiler. Oh my God! That was I assume that was Harmzuay's spin. It's kind of freaked out Xcession there.
Dutra up to 9th.
Yeah, Xcession jumping into the pits as Harmzuay. Oh, so Harmzuay did pick up damage. Xcession as well. Okay. And look at this. The pack has closed up between the top 3 cars. Ryder will dive into the pits, but Stolls now right behind Willy for 1st place. Oh no, and as I say that, oh my God, the commentator's curse. Oh my God.
Bad luck for Stolls.
It was
Great
it was the aerowash there going into turn 1. You get crazy understeer. Yeah, and then not enough turning power going into turn 1. He was already on the outside. And the track falls off quite fast on the outside especially, so yeah, looking good for Willy now. This gap has opened up to 7 seconds. Ryder is still very much in the fight against Willy though, seeing as Ryder pit right when Willy was behind.
Ooh. Harmzuay again off the track. He did ask us to please not talk about him or mention him during the race, so I'll apologize to him now for that.
We were on board with Xcession there. I did not say anything about Harmzuay. So after pitting, SirHames is now in 8th place. Anthony Colazzo jumping into the pits. So SirHames will go back into 7th place. Adz still on the medium tires. So Arya looking pretty good. SirHames is, I think, about 11 seconds behind Adz. So when Adz comes out of the pits, I think SirHames might be able to take that 5th position. Okay, if we were to do a poll for driver of the day, who would it be?
Yeah, give us the votes, chat.
Yeah, give us your votes. Of course, Harmz. It like doesn't matter what position Harmz finishes the race, and he just gets an honorary podium celebration.
Yeah. The Harmz Award.
Harmz Award. Yeah, maybe we should call the driver of the day the Harmz Award. And the Harmz Award is always just given to SirHames.
Yeah, no matter what.
Oh no.
That is not going to be great for Ryder. And I believe with league rules, unlike the real world F1, drivers potentially going a lap down, do not need to give up space. They just need to keep their line and drive predictably and allow the lapping car to find a way through, correct?
Yeah, they shouldn't fight the lapping car, but they should definitely just hold their line and just continue racing as if, you know, they're doing their own race. You can see how much that aerowash affects Goron's car going into turn 5.
It might be
So
one of
much
the most
understeer.
important factors of the races today.
Yeah. Yeah, the blue flag rule is like mainly it being like informational and not a command is probably the majority of motorsport rules out there. I think Formula One is really the only exception to that rule.
It's true, yeah. Formula One's the outlier with that. In, IndyCar racing, the lapped car can battle. That's
Yeah, that's wild. I even think like in I don't know. I actually don't know what it's like in F2 and F3 because you typically don't see like lapped cars much in their races, but I don't even know if they have the same blue flag rule as F1 does.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, their races aren't usually long enough for that to come into play. So Adz pit, you can tell by him dropping back to 7th.
Yeah, that jumps SirHames up into 6th place.
Doing a great job earning the SirHames Award.
So looks like there's 9 laps. Wait, 9 laps? No, 8 laps left. Nine laps left. 8 laps left. And SirHames has probably enough to go to the end, I think, here with the medium tires. So SirHames is all set. If he can keep Adz behind him, that's going to be quite a battle there to the end of the race.
So Adz on those softs, it's going to be a bit of work to keep it together to the end there.
Yeah, I think Adz might do another pit stop before the end of the race.
Dutra up to 8th. But yeah, just, so much competition in Division 1, even when you're as quick as Dutra. If you drop back in the pack like that, fighting back to the front is going to be rough.
Yeah, for sure. So Willy's going to have to make another pit stop. He's 10 seconds ahead of Ryder, it looks like. 9 seconds. Ryder will likely have to make a pit stop as well, but it seems like not as soon as Willy will. So maybe Willy... I think Willy will jump onto another set of soft tires. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Ryder, because he's likely to still have to make another pit stop, I think it looks pretty grim in terms of like going for that race win. But him and Stolls look like they have pretty much secured a second and third place podium finish between the two of them.
Yep, so overall that's looking pretty good for their team.
So Goron struggling on those medium tires. SirHames looking to take that 5th position as soon as Goron decides to pit, which should be right now.
So now the game for SirHames will be holding off Adz for the rest of the race.
And this might be tricky for SirHames because if Adz makes him fight for position and consume those medium tires more than he would like, Adz might have an advantage being able to pit once. But I don't know, at this point it actually might be preferable if, well, I don't know, I don't think Adz is going to pit again.
Yeah, he's making those work.
I mean, another strategy for SirHames could potentially just to be to pit on softs and then just make up that time on Adz, but I don't think he wants to give up that track position. It's going to be an interesting, it's going to be interesting to see this play out.
I mean, yeah, he's going to probably make Adz fight for it, try to use up his tires. Deep for Adz, but keeping the pressure on. You can tell Adz is really pushing here. Oh,
no!
Too much!
Oh,
Too
no!
much! Oh, Adz.
Oh no, the curse. Oh my goodness.
He's driving on good years, so. What a disappointment for him.
That's just going to keep going despite having the damage on that front right. So SirHames fans are rejoicing at the moment.
SirHames has, in fact, climbed through more than half the field at this point.
But here comes another challenger, though. LittleGoron on soft tires.
Pretty fresh ones as well.
Yeah.
So this is going to be another big fight for SirHames. Really?
Oh my God.
And another competitor loses it in the same place.
SirHames has the advantage of the commentators' curse on his side today.
As long as we keep on SirHames, he will continue to provide a great race. LittleGoron not giving up though, pushing in on him. LittleGoron, but big challenge. Nice, Sharky Mark.
there you go. LittleGoron gets a good exit. Has a slipstream, and SirHames takes a defensive position going into turn 5. They go wheel to wheel. They make slight contact, but Goron keeps it stuck on the outside.
It's like that shook SirHames up a little bit. Oh, that's opening him up to Dutra.
Yeah,
SirHames on the charge now. Oh no, Dutra!
SirHames
Keeps it together just barely.
Yeah, SirHames really struggling there. Yeah, what a pass by LittleGoron on the outs. I don't know, like the Alonso pass in 130R at Suzuka or something. That was
absolutely
wild.
Yeah. Just full commitment. All right, we're coming into the final lap now. So Ryder closed in a lot of that gap to Willy, and I think Willy is just nursing it home at this point.
Yeah, so Willy has quite a huge, has barely any tire left on that bottom, that rear left, and that actually might be enough of a disadvantage to, I don't know, it's about a second and a half, but these turns really hammer that rear left tire, and I don't know if Willy's going to be able to keep the lead. It's only like a couple corners left. Sorry, I don't think Ryder's going to be able to challenge for the lead, is what I meant to say. So, masterclass by Willy there, as Ryder is closing the gap, but there's only one turn left of the race, and Willy will take the checkered flag, and finally the reigning returning champion comes back and takes his first win of season 6. Ryder will take home second place. An epic finish by Ryder, stepping up for Lotus. Arya, the substitute for Ligier, with a huge finish for the team, bringing the car home in 4th place. And an epic pass, in my opinion, the best pass of the day. Goron with a solid 5th place finish for Benetton. Now just crossing the finish line. SirHames able to defend against Dutra. Willy not? Willy? Oh no! Dutra makes the pass on the final corner. Oh my God! Unfortunate for SirHames. He had a crazy good drive up to 5th place at one point in the race, and was unable to keep Dutra behind him. So he comes home in 7th place. Anthony Colazzo in 8th. We'll go through the rest of the results in the lobby. Very entertaining race. So again, Willy takes 1st place, Ryder 2nd, Stolls in 3rd, but has the fastest lap, a 104.1. Arya 4th place, our Ligier substitute. LittleGoron in 5th, Dutra in 6th, SirHames in 7th, Anthony Colazzo in 8th. Adz in 9th, we got Harmzuay in 10th, Xcession 11th. We have Verguld coming back after a 2-week absence, finishing in 12th. We have Little Jacob in 13th, and then Dummy with that DNF. I think it must have been a disconnection or something, because he came into the lobby in the middle of the race, and that's just an unfortunate situation for Minardis there. Yeah, epic race. What are your thoughts there, B.Rhymes?
I mean, every race today was pretty intense, but this one I think gave us the most excitement and the most craziness. Just great to see all these drivers pushing it to the limit, sometimes over, and giving us a great show. Congrats to Willy, first place this season. So maybe he's back on form. And yeah, great times.
Yeah, and with that being said, let me check the calendar here for our races. I think next week we have a an off week. Yep. So next week we won't be racing for the league, but the following week, July 29th, we'll be back at Belgium for our round 4 at Spa-Francorchamps.
Oh, that'll be
Always
good
a
stuff.
great track. Yeah, always a great track. Yeah, with that being said, great racing overall. The fact that we only had one safety car. We did have that red flag at the beginning, but again, like based on what I saw, it looked like it was just a really unfortunate race incident. That happens so often where the two leading cars are racing and then, there's a car in the middle that just gets sandwiched and then all hell breaks loose. So I'm glad we got the restart there, and I'm glad we got a relatively clean start and clean race for the rest of the feature race.
Yep, I agree.
All right. With that being said, we will see you in 2 weeks. If you're interested in joining LRC, check out the Discord invite link posted or pinned in chat. You can just join the Discord right away and just get racing with us right away. We have tons of events during the week, and then a ton of like one-off events as well. So we're a pretty easygoing community, and we take racing seriously when it comes to sportsmanship and clean racing. But other than that, we don't really take ourselves that seriously. Any closing remarks, B.Rhymes?
Just looking forward to the rest of the season. If the racing is going to be like this all the way through, it's going to be exciting all the way up to the end. Great job to the Lotus team to continue building their lead. And yeah, we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
All right. With that, we'll leave you to it. We'll see you in 2 weeks.